Ah, Rome, the eternal city. Hey, and he has some pretty good pasta there as well. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you how I make my Cacio e Pepe. Hey, so you know what we're doing today, Cacio e Pepe, and this is like as simplistic as you can get. But yet it has a degree of difficulty that it can kind of trip you up if you're not ready for it. So what's going in this? It's really simple. It's like 4 ingredients. A good pasta, in this case I'm using spaghetti, a thick spaghetti. The cacio, which is the cheese. I've got a nice Pecorino Romano going on here. And then black pepper here, black peppercorns. And that's it, the 4th ingredient being pasta water, and I'll tell you how that ties into all of this. Right now, I have pasta water going over here. I'm getting ready to put my pasta in. So, what's the whole process here? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take our peppercorns and we're going to roast them. Actually, I'm going to grind them up first, or crush them up with my little mortar and pestle here. And once I get them ground up, we're going to go ahead and toast them in the pan here. Then we're going to start the sauce. And the sauce is going to be just the pasta water that we're going to add to the toasted pepper. Then we're going to go ahead and add the pasta into the pepper sauce, or the pepper water, and we're going to finish cooking it off. So we're going to cook it probably about 3/4 of the way through, right about 8 minutes, so it's al dente. Actually a little bit south of al dente. We're going to go ahead and keep cooking it in the pepper water. And then what we're going to also do is, to make this creamy and cheesy, we're going to take some of that pasta water again, and we're going to add it to our Pecorino Romano. Now, that's where it gets tricky. If you're using cheap Pecorino, then you're going to fail at this. I highly recommend you find some decent Pecorino, and you can find it around. So I'll show you how we kind of make that sauce. Then we finish it off. We'll cut the heat, and then we're just going to go ahead and add the cheese sauce to the spaghetti with no heat, and let that go ahead and kind of like emulsify and get all creamy. If we need to add a little more pasta water to aid in the creaminess, that's what we'll do. If it all works, it's going to be fantastic. If something goes south and the cheese just isn't up to par, then we're going to have a big clumpy mess. So let's hope we don't. So what I'll be doing first is getting the pasta in the pasta water. Then we're going to go ahead and start working on toasting crushing and toasting the peppercorns. And then we'll just kind of pull it all together. Because like everything else that I do, it goes pretty fast. So stay tuned. Once we get that pasta water up to temp, we'll get the pasta in, I'll come back and we'll start toasting some black peppercorns. We'll be right back. Alrighty, pasta is in the water. Now, normally I generously salt my pasta water. This time I went in with about half the amount of salt because I'm adding some pecorino to this dish, and it's salty as it is, so I'm going to kind of scale back on the salt from my pasta water. Now, since that's going, let's go ahead. I have a tablespoon of black peppercorns here that we're going to go ahead and crush up. And all I want to do is just crack this. Break this up. I want, you know, if you're going to put ground pepper in here, forget it. You're not making cacio e pepe. So I'm just going to crack this up. Give it some knocks here. Hopefully I don't lose too many of the peppercorns. And the flavors being released right now. I'm cracking this up. I mean, I love pepper. I mean, pepper is my #1 spice. Just love it. Pepper on everything. So there we go. As you can see, it's nicely, coarsely cracked / ground. Go ahead and get my pan on here and get these right in. Now we don't want to burn this. All I'm going to do is just kind of, it's smelling good right now. Kind of just give this a turn, toast this a little bit. I'm probably going to go ahead over and grab some pasta water here in a second, so I can start cooking these cracked peppers, and whew, a little smoky. Cut that down a little bit more. I don't want to burn this. This is going to be fantastic. All right, let me go get some pasta water. Wow. All right. A little hot. I'm going to cut this down a little bit more. And there we go. We're just going to cook this down a little bit. And then we'll keep adding a little bit of water as we go. Because eventually we're going to go ahead and add our pasta to this. And I want to have enough liquid in here to finish cooking off our pasta. Smelling good. I'm going to go ahead and get some more water at the ready, so when this reduces down, I've got a little bit more to go. And what we're also going to do is go ahead and start getting our cheese melted down and start a cheese sauce. So let me go get some more water. Alright, so the water is evaporating a bit there, so I'm just going to add a little bit more water. There we go. We'll let that continue to cook. Now it's time to go ahead and get the cheese melted down. So all I'm going to do is add a little bit of water to this. Start melting this cheese. And this is getting nice and creamy. That's exactly what we want right there. It's not all clumpy. That cheese just smells so fantastic. There we go. Add a little bit more water to that. Look at that. A nice kind of cream sauce right there. Alright, so that's ready. I'm going to go ahead, check my pasta, see if it's near being al dente, and we'll go from there. So the pasta is still a little crunchy on the inside, so we've probably got about another, at least a minute and a half to go on the pasta, and then we'll get to the point where we'll be able to add it to our pepper water here, and continue to, or finish cooking off the pasta, and then we'll add the cream. So everything is looking good so far. Right on track for an awesome cacio e pepe. Well, the pasta is ready, and so all I'm going to do is just take it straight from the pot. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of water left in there. Get it into my pan here. And we'll finish cooking off the spaghetti. And once it's right at that perfect point, we'll go ahead and cut off the heat and add our cheese sauce. Okay, we're cooking here now. And that pepper, oh my, that pepper water here, smelling fantastic. Just enough to continue to cook off the spaghetti, which we probably got about one more minute. Let me go ahead and add another bit of water to this. We don't want the water to fully evaporate. And the starches for the spaghetti are also going to help thicken up the cream. Oh wow, this is smelling so good. I am in Rome right now. Alright, let's give this pasta a test here. See where we're at. Wow. 30 seconds, I think. You know, that's about it. Okay. Cutting off the heat. Now I used about a cup of the Pecorino finely grated. You can go cup and a half, 2 cups if you like it really cheesy. Here's the saltiness of the Pecorino. I'm not a big fan of putting a lot in there. I've got just enough that's going to make this nice and creamy. So in it goes. Give this a nice turn. This is smelling so darn good. Thickening up nicely. Cheese is all melting down, no clumps. Okay, we're there. This is world class. Okie dokie, let's plate some of this up. Oh, Maron, would you look at that? That's award-winning right there. I don't know, maybe not an award-winning, but it looks darn good. Okay, moment of truth time. Let's go in and give this a try. Wow, this is so creamy. Yes, I'm using a spoon to twirl my spaghetti. You know what? BYC, because you can. Right, Ben? Alrighty. Bang! Cacio e Pepe. You saw just how easy it was to make this. I'm in Rome right now. I really am. No, I'm not in Glen Rock, Pennsylvania. I am in Rome eating this right now. It's that good. So hey, this episode shout out. This episode shout out goes to all you sailors that pulled into Naples and decided to get on that tour bus and head on up to Rome and try out some of that Cacio e Pepe. Cacio e Pepe. This is dedicated to you. You all know who you are. You know, you sat on the bus 2 hours up, had a great time, ate some of that, and then made it back down to your ship. Alright, hey, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe. Most importantly, share. Right over here, you know, go ahead and punch that logo. Makes it so much easier for you to subscribe to my channel. So until next time, thanks and we'll see you.